development board, which is a newcomer on the 96 board family. So before going to the details of this board, and there will be a hands-on session later this morning, I'd like to introduce a little MediaTek, give an overview of the company, where we are coming from, what's our mobile solution. Today is a little about mobile, and why we did bring this board to the community. So first, let's start with the MediaTek overview. So MediaTek is a pretty large company. Our headquarters is based in Taiwan. We are more than 15,000 employees. Our product segments are pretty wide. So we are covering mobile communication. We have a large market share in mobile phones, feature phones, tablets. Some codebook has been announced also. So talking a little about upstream code, we have done it with one of our chipset earlier. We are big in home entertainment, digital TV, optical storage, players. And we have other various market, networking. So a lot of your routers at home are using MediaTek solution. And IoT, wearables, and things like that. So revenue is around like 7 billion, so it's pretty big, and we expect 2016 to be better. So if we look at the different segments we are covering, we are at a leading position. Several of these segments, you can see a good synergy with actually what Lina is doing in the different groups, covering home, covering mobile, covering IoTs. Today, as it's about mobile, so we'll focus about smartphone. So in smartphone, we are a second position. And so let's say 2015, it's about like 400 million units to give you a scale of what we are shipping in total smartphone business. And we expect 2016 to be even better. So that's kind of like the biggest business that we have in MTK. And that's from here that we'll talk today about what we do and what we can bring new. So to get that type of performance on the market shipment, we created a business model which was not created out of open source. It's kind of like almost the opposite. So we created a turnkey solution, and we look at large volume business, and we'll have a complete solution between hardware and software that is very mature, very qualified to go to production as fast as possible. So when we identify these large markets such as smartphone business, we'll create some of the most advanced SoC in the industry. And our idea is to put sometime the most processing possible in the form factor where we'll be. Like smartphone has very limited thermal dissipation capabilities. So it's sometimes difficult to get as much performance as you would like. So we work very hard also to integrate at the same time low power technology, new architecture. We'll come back later to, for example, tri-cluster. We create these very advanced SoCs, and we are adding multimedia function. It's very premium function. You have seen all the segments that we are covering. So sometimes we leverage IP. And like 4K video, we are doing set-top box. So 4K video is kind of easy for us to integrate in mobile phone when it makes sense to integrate it in mobile phones. And one differentiation is like we are also a leader in connectivity. So we have all the technology. We have a modem, world mode modem. If you have seen recently, we are trying to also scale out of Asia. We launched LG X-Power phone that will be covered in US by Sprint, so adding CDMA mode. We have all the type of Wi-Fi. If it's a mobile phone, it's probably a simple Wi-Fi. If you go to routers, then we'll go to a 4x4 AC type of Wi-Fi. So we keep investing in this type of technology. We'll have Bluetooth, we'll have GPS, we are a very attractive GPS solution for your wearables device. So if I focus on mobile platform, our premium brand is called Helio. So Helio is coming from Helios, the god of suns from the Greek mythology. In Helio, we have two series. The X series is the most performant for extreme performances. And the P series is more mainstream. It's like very efficient in power. The latest that has been announced at Mobile World Congress earlier this year was the P20. It's not shipping yet, but X20 is shipping since April. And you can find it in phones, mostly in Asia so far. So it will be like Leeco, Meizu, Xiaomi. And so you can see this technology is not even 6 months old on commercial product. And we like to bring this technology to the mass, which is, in the current business model of turnkey, it's impossible. Even if we have like large number of employees, 15,000, if we want to create new markets, support different customers, where the scale is pretty low volume compared to what we do in this mainstream smartphone segment, it's impossible. So we need a new type of model so that we can bring this technology outside of the standard model. If I go about a little more detail on X20, what it brings. So when we look at like all the chipset that we had and what will be the interesting one to bring to community to have new emerging market support, new ideas, new developers working on advanced SoC technology, but where cell phone is not using sometime outside of the box software. So we try to look at which one we could differentiate. And X20 makes sense to us because that was our leading technology. And if we go to the low end, we have some very low end chipset. We just have a lot of competition with no differentiation. So X20 was the chip where we think we can bring differentiation to a community and try to support it over some open standard. So X20 is integrating for the first time in the industry the tri-cluster technology with decacore architecture. We have A72 also, so it's one of the most advanced ARMv8 platform that you can find. Because it's very extensive computing available inside, it cannot go without working a lot on how you can make it happening with low power. So this tri-cluster technology was designed to get all this CPU available in a little package in a thermal environment challenge device. And so with tri-cluster, we are about saving 30% when it's optimized on our software over a big little architecture. So that's where it's interesting to bring this type of idea and see how, after you, could you leverage it. We are also providing a very high-end GPU here. So it's like Mali T880. So if you have anything about graphics and computing, then it could be interesting. Connectivity by default, so we'll have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS, which is interesting if you have something that you are trying to do mapping outside. For differentiation, we'll have a premium camera feature with integrated ISP. So up to 25 megapixels is supported on our ISP. And that's something, when I go later to the X20 board, that we want to bring also as feature available to community compared to kind of like standard-based USB webcam. So it can bring you a better visual input capability. Video, as I mentioned, from our IP leverage, we can do 4K playback, 4K record, we support HDR. So perhaps you have an idea about how to do video technology, some application, and you would like to leverage that. High performance computing, especially in graphics, cannot go without high bandwidth memory. So it's not just about we are providing 2 GB of memory. Perhaps you need some density of memory, but you need also the performances. So we are bringing LPDDR3 1866 data rate, so which should cover enough when you need memory bandwidth, especially in graphics. So power, if you are designing something which is power-oriented, battery supplied, then it's an interesting platform. Depending on your use case, perhaps it's a robot with a solar panel, where sometimes you have to save the maximum of energy. Then you can balance between the cores that you are trying to use, and perhaps be doing lower tasks when you are not enough on battery side. So I skipped one item here, wanted to keep it for the end. X20 is used in mobile phone, so obviously it has an integrated modem. It's a world mode modem, so we can support all carriers around the world when it's certified. It does support LTE Cat 6. So today, we are not supporting this as our announced X20 development platform, but we are working on the idea on how to bring that to the community. Because we are seeing a lot of interest, also in China, of customers that say, I want to have connectivity. I want to be connected. I want to do this device, but it's not only inside the house. Yes, you can have your Wi-Fi in your house, but when you start going outside, there is no more Wi-Fi. So perhaps you need LTE. You need this robot that is LTE and GPS. So that's bringing some differentiation that we are working on. And on a future release, we would like to bring these modem capabilities. So what's new? So today, for the first time at Linear Connect, we'd like to announce the availability of the new X20 development board, part of the 96 board consumer edition. And it does come with Android. It's coming from our X20 rev design. So again, this was a turnkey model. So we are, for development purpose, making it on an open standard. And we are contributing to extend the possibilities of choice for the customers, developers that would like to select one of the 96 boards. And depending on your need, then you can find some differentiation that are here with the X20 platform. But as I mentioned at the beginning, with all our segments, we have also a healthy and wide ecosystem, especially in Asia. We have ODM, we have partners that builds product, and in large volume. So what we want to offer also here is a path to production. Perhaps some of you have an idea from your prototype, you say, that's a great idea, but actually I need to put it to the market. And how to make it to the market with like a possible low-cost price, and how I know somebody that knows how to build, how to test for production. This is another level. So then we can bring our partners to help you to do that. So why reinvent the wheel? So Sarah was talking about it. There are things when we go to an open standard, we didn't want to create something from MediaTek and start leading something. So we look at Linaro as the opportunity to do that. And we partnered with ArcherMine to build this 96 board X20 development board. ArcherMine is based out of China. So it's above like 2,000 employees, mobile software leader. And so they will talk later today on the X20. So with ArcherMine as partner, now we are capable of addressing needs. So X20, if you are, let's say, small volume customer, you talk to MediaTek and you say, I have this idea about X20, I would like to do a project, they will not even answer to you because it doesn't make sense. It will be too much support. So with ArcherMine, we are capable of addressing through 96 board this new market, emerging market, new ideas, advanced technology. So we'll provide this platform to open community, maker developers. We want to address new vertical markets. So point of sales, we are seeing, for example, point of sale that are mobile, that are smart, so need also connected world, so where the wireless modem would make sense. Modems with more, you need more performances in artificial intelligence. So all the CPU computing that we are throwing also will be a good differentiation. Smart signage. We also work with partners, so make sure that we can support a different type of camera on the native MIPI interface, payment, VR, and things like that. So I don't want to go in details in all the specification of the board. You can find it on 96 board organization also. The decacore that we are supporting, so it's plenty of processing power that you can have access to through SWI cluster. So it's not about really using, can you get 10 cores at the same time? Doesn't make really sense. It's how you can use each of the cluster at the right time depending on your loading. You will have tons of GPU processing also with Mali T880, high bandwidth. And again, so GPS is an interesting differentiation on the current version, but for connectivity, we want to do an extended version where we'll bring a wireless modem here. And other differentiation, so we are working to enable on the high-speed connector some MIPI sensors, so that you can have access to a very nice video input instead of being limited to the USB webcam, which is sometimes low in resolution and low in frame rate. So the development board, variable here. So it's the standard, nothing to say much. We accept X20 is like package on package, so we'll come with the 2 GB on stack on top. And all the integrated connectivity with GPS until we have the extended version. So today, to get your board, you can just go to 96board.org and click buy, it will redirect you to the Archermine Open Hardware Forum. And you will have domestic and overseas buy from there. So Archermine will be able to support you with also some specific need that you will need. There will be information from there. There will be some test case. So you can get on both sides to get the information. If you need anything specific from Archermine, there is also an email contact, so don't hesitate to contact them by email. And so that's it. So we'll have more information on the workshop at 11:15, and it will be hosted by Archermine partner. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, just one more note until we go into break, which is outside the room here. Everyone should have a Connect guide. It comes with your badge. And inside the Connect guide, there is a Connect puzzle. And Dave Piggott, who is our puzzle creating champion, for those of you who've been to Connect before know, this is a contest. There'll be a prize, a really good prize at the end of the week for someone who can figure out the solution to this puzzle. And he is quite good at creating interesting puzzles, as I think we know from past experience. So you might want to take a look at that, see what you can figure out. That's it. We're going to head into break now, and I hope everybody has a great day.